He's not horsing around.
I'm talking about the what you're using it for would be considered off-label. Like it's not said, oh, you can use it to treat this. They don't make that claim, but people have found, hey, it works good for that.
Yeah.
It's almost like what do you call it? What was I just saying? The pill.
If you do some read up in the inflammation, of course, I'm not giving medical advice,
right?
But if you do some of the reading in the inflammation in the body that it helps in fighting against the production of cancer cells, and just there's a lot of stuff. I mean, if you spend some time reading about what it can do, it's
right.
Which blue pill are we talking about, Rick?
The blue pill. What that was originally invented for, I guess, a heart thing, and they found that it benefited the body and elsewhere.
Elsewhere. Got
circulation.
it.
Right.
Yes.
Circulation.
This is not a Slick Rick sports story. Don't worry.
You need a little more blood flow to the brain. Maybe you should start using it. All right, let's do some news with.
I don't know what you mean.
Let's do some news with David Zier, the host of Breaking Point, 8 a.m. right here Saturday mornings on Real America's Voice. Mr. Zier, what's going on?
Quick stuff. I sat down with New York City Councilwoman Vicky Paldino from North Queens yesterday. She's one of 9 out of 50 city council members. She's a voice in the wilderness. She's awesome. She tells us last night, and I'll have clips from that, and I'm going to air it next week as my Breaking Point episode, 2 Saturdays from now, that there's like 400,000 or 500,000 illegals probably in the city. And I ran across this report from 2007 that says 17 years ago that there were 535,000 undocumented migrants in New York City 17 years ago, and 54% of the dishwashers were illegals in New York City. I thought that was interesting. But really quick, 2 quick clips.
How about the lifeguards? Any numbers on those?
Yeah. You got any lifeguard numbers?
No, I didn't see any lifeguards in there. I did see about
named Corny Pop or
10% of retail associates were illegals. But what's going on here is I caught up with Corey Mills, Congressman from Florida, and Congressman Byron Donalds outside the courthouse after the first AM session break when I left the courtroom yesterday, and those are cuts 12 and 13.
Hi, Congressman.
How are you? Good to see you.
How's everything?
Everything's
Why was
going
it
well.
important for you to come out today?
Well, one, it's good to see this in person. Support the president and what he's doing. The president did not ask me to come here. I did that on my own voluntary fashion. And the idea is to continue to try and help support and expose this Department of Injustice, the sham impeachment, the sham trials, the sham indictments, the continual attacks. So here's the difference. Donald Trump said it the best. He said that they're not after you. They're not after me, they're after you, and I'm just in the way. That is absolutely the truth. And what they're utilizing right now is lawfare to try and interfere in an election. This is election interference at its finest. They're trying to keep him off the campaign trail. They're trying to issue gag orders so he can stop speaking freely about the real truth of what is occurring. And I refuse to allow that to happen, and I'll be here to speak on the truth on his behalf.
Thank you so much, Congressman. We'll see you inside the trial.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Why was it important for you to come out today?
First, to show support for the president. That's number one. Number two, to witness firsthand this mockery that they call justice. And this is a flat-out mockery. You listen to this testimony, you keep scratching your head. Where's the crime? Can somebody show me what that is? It makes no sense at all. So, you just want to come here and be supportive. The president has the strength, made up 10 men to stand against this foolishness. And I'm proud of that, and I always support him for it.
Thank you, Congressman.
And Trump had a very good day yesterday in the afternoon. Cohen lied. The Jonathan Turley article last night was great. I don't know if you played
He thinks he perjured himself again?
Yep, for sure. And I have more stuff for you. LFS 6B fans on the ground at Wildwood and other.
All right, we'll do a little more with David Zier and sports coming up.
We're back.
And we're live on the socials, right?
Yep.
Hello, everybody. Rumble.
I like Dr. Tapper.
Yeah?
I like him.
Yeah.
He's no nonsense guy. That's for sure.
Good.
Live. Give a shout out to Staff Sergeant Arby, Amy, and Tommy Viper. Tommy met up with Ben Berquam. I helped him out get into an event that Ben Berquam spoke.
He sent an email in that I saw, a picture of him and Ben.
Yeah.
I think it was Tommy Brees, right?
Oh,
yeah,
really?
he was trying to get tickets.
Tommy?
I contacted Ben because Ben was speaking. They didn't have him, and Ben said, just come on down. So look forward to catching up with Tommy Viper, one of our RAV mods, about that and how that went.
Someone that forwarded me the
He's a young guy.
picture.
Nice fella.
Him and Berquam.
Yep. He's got a Slick Rick calendar hanging on his wall, Tommy.
Who doesn't?
Oh, anybody that ordered after November 30th.
I want to give
We got to set that up a little better.
guys, I want to say hello to Buzzard. I'm going to win him over
Are we doing a
at some
2020?
point.
Are we
hello,
doing
Buzzard.
Hello, Buzzard.
Brent Mosey, Drag Blacker,
I think I got a
Moon
more
Pie,
reasonable photographer for you.
AZ Mikey. This is all YouTube Live. Thank you so much for watching.
Are we doing a 2024?
Yeah.
I mean 2025?
I already have about half the outfits lined up, man.
We are.
I got an outfit,
Is it
man.
going to be just you again, or are the rest of us going to get in?
Just him.
No, we should get you guys into it.
I won't need outfits on my calendar.
No? Yeah.
Nobody's
We should do
buying
a
my
whole
calendar,
we
man.
should do a whole shebang, the whole group. I think that's the way to go, Big D. That would do really well.
I got some
and-
sequin stuff in my closet.
Yeah, I'm sure you do. You see it and you get queasy.
No, my closet
Sequins.
does not look like I robbed Liberace's house. Sorry.
Yeah.
The sequit. Yeah, I don't have anything with sequins. I do have some Chinese silk dragon shirts.
I would get
though.
one though, Slick, for a picture with you.
Yeah, you get
Yeah.
a big silk suit. Nice.
I'd get something that looks like what you'd wear.
Yeah.
You tell me what color.
I don't think there's enough fabric.
I think for you,
That's a good one, Delgado.
blue.
I mean, it just
Nice
could be
blue.
more predictable.
nice cobalt blue. Well, you got to wear your hat, your cowboy hat, Big D, in a couple of pictures too. Come on.
I look like I came out of Rush Hour 4 on Saturday nights, you know.
There was a Rush Hour 4?
No, there will be, though.
Yeah, it's coming out.
There is?
No, I'm sorry, not Rush Hour 4. Bad Boys,
Bad Boys
4.
Yes,
Bad
I know
Boys.
that.
Good.
Looks terrible.
Yeah, it does look terrible.
But as long as you need.
All right, 13 to the hour live from Studio 6B on a Wednesday night. Glad you're in. Dr. Ben Tapper joined us from the Wellness Company. I like Dr. Tapper. He's a straight ahead, no nonsense guy, knows his stuff. I like him. Slick Rick's doing sports. Delgado's going to do some more news. David Zier was doing the news and didn't have a ton of time there because we had Dr. Tapper. So let's go back to David Zier. What else is going on?
So much going on. I got a Bernie Kerrick interview at Wildwood I did. I'll be playing it on Breaking Point again this weekend. Just the teaser, cut number 18. Why aren't they paying attention to the real problems?
Well, the real problem is the leadership. The real problem is the mayor, the city council members, a governor that won't instill the right laws in the state to hold these thugs, and you have DAs that are more focused on political persecutions than they are violent crime. That's the problem. The NYPD knows its job. They know how to reduce crime. They've done it better than any department in the country.
But not allowed to do their jobs. And don't you think that we shouldn't have National Guard on the subway if we just let the cops do their jobs?
They should have whoever they need to secure the city, whether it's National Guard, the state police, you name it, bring them in to help secure the city. The NYPD could do it if they had different leadership. We proved that under Mayor Bloomberg and under Mayor Giuliani. You know, for a 20-year stint, we had the lowest crime rates in the history of New York City. And it all got flipped around under de Blasio and Eric Adams.
We watched that happen, and crime is up like 50% from 2019. Yeah, catch the rest of that Breaking Point 8 a.m. this Saturday, and then I got LFS 6B fans on the ground from the Wildwood Rally, cut number 14.
I love this.
It's a sunny day here in Wildwood, New Jersey. What's your name, ma'am?
Connie Sherwood.
Where are you from?
I'm from Staten Island, New York, but I live in Bayville, New Jersey.
Wow, great areas, great areas. A little birdie told me you watch Real America's Voice News.
Yes, I do.
What do you like? Who do you like on the network?
You want to know number one?
Yeah.
David Zier.
Oh my God, it's unbelievable.
Number close, number
She's gonna
one. Steve Bannon.
Steve Bannon,
Oh,
War
my
Room.
God.
She's gonna say,
And all
"Tell
the
David I
guys.
What
said
an
hello."
impact.
I bought her a pretzel.
What an impact,
Steve
right?
Bannon.
Yeah,
When
they're
was Steve
getting
Bannon on our
that
show?
message
They
out.
got the med. They know what the deal is. They're going to save the country.
Yeah, well, that's
They're on board.
good.
I'm part of the posse here for 4.
Yeah, and what do you watch at night?
I watch you.
Yeah, right, live from Studio 6B.
Yes,
You want to give a shout out to the boys?
Hi, guys. Love you all. Especially
right.
those boots.
What are the biggest issues for you? Top 3 issues.
Illegals. Illegals. They got to go.
How you doing at the supermarket?
That's it. But I only buy for one, so it's not that bad, but it's ridiculous.
All right, but now, of course, buying for one's like buying for 3.
Yeah, okay.
You know, so
I never get out of it
you've
for
been
less
to
than $50.
right.
Yeah,
no,
never,
forget it,
ever,
forget
ever,
about
ever.
it. Tell us about how many rallies you've been to.
I've been to I went to Trump's last rally here. I went to Trump's last 3 rallies in D.C. before he left office.
That one was huge in 2020 here.
Yes,
We had like 20,000 people in
Yeah, but
20-degree weather.
The place was too small.
Yeah,
He
well,
didn't
now it's
realize
outside.
it. He didn't realize
There's
it.
like
I know.
40,000 people coming out in the area
I
today.
saw them on the beach over there, but
All right.
this is where you get in right here, so it's not bad.
Well, good, good. Well, it's so great to see you. Thank you.
I love you.
For watching Real American
Thank
Voice.
you so much.
More Real American
bless
Voices
America.
on the
We're
ground
gonna save it.
from Wildwood, New Jersey.
Tea Party Patriot.
Awesome. Thank you
you.
so much. Yeah, I just want to say,
Who, Connie? That was her name?
yes, and those I think Connie Sherwood was her last name. But those estimates 40,000. That was 5 hours before Trump was speaking when we were there. So that's where I have one more quick cut. Cut number 16, LFS 6B and War Room fans under a minute. Real American Voices on the ground, Wildwood, New Jersey. Incredible turnout for Trump here, but we got Real American Voices who watch Rav. You watch Rav, right?
Yes, absolutely.
What's your favorite show?
It's Bannon. It's Bannon, to be honest.
How about
I like
you?
them all. I like them all.
But I like them all.
What about you, man?
Steve Bannon.
She was a 6B.
War Room. Everybody's doing good.
Excellent, excellent. War Room posse in the house. You want to give a shout out to the LFS 6B guys?
Well, absolutely, and a big prayer goes out to Peter Navarro.
Yeah, Peter
Hang in there,
Navarro.
brother.
He
We
stood
love
up.
ya.
He
We
stood
need
up.
ya. And God is going to prevail in this whole fight.
Super, super.
Amen. David's here.
Oh, you're welcome. We love listening to Real American Voices on the ground. And thank you so much for watching Rav.
All right, thank you.
We'll see you guys down on the beach. It's a beach party in
All
Wildwood, New
right, good
Jersey.
stuff.
Yeah,
Good
and then
stuff.
I got Ashley Babbitt's mother, along with Nicole Refford, coming up later. And 1 or 2 more quick shout-outs for Rav on the boardwalk.
Very good, David Zier. We'll do some more. Let's do some sports. Sports is brought to you by Mike Lindell and My Pill. Slickster's got it. What's going on?
All right, well, NFL schedule officially released tonight. Everybody knows where they're playing. Yup, coming down.
Jets
Tough.
open week 1 in San Francisco. That's a problem.
Yeah, Jets are 0-1 already. That game is that's a done
keep
deal.
Aaron Rodgers home on that trip.
What's worse, Aaron? It's a Monday night game. We know what happened last year on opening night, but this one's on the road, so maybe
And you know
not
the
so
guy
much.
who hit him?
Yeah.
The guy who hit him caused that injury?
He's on the Niners now.
Yes, he is.
Oh, boy. Well, you better hope he gets a leg up on that one. But the 2024 regular season schedule has arrived. Week 1 awaits. A couple of good games. The very first game, of course, the world champion Kansas City Chiefs are hosting the Baltimore Ravens. So fireworks starting right out of the gate, Big
What about
D.
your team?
My team's going to be playing on Sunday in Cleveland, 4:30 game. Tom Brady's debut on Fox Network. So we'll be checking that out. That'll be pretty cool. The first game he's going to call officially. He'll probably do a preseason game, but that'll be his first main NFL game. Friday night game, Green Bay Packers at the Philadelphia Eagles. That's a pretty good game too on a Friday night, 8:15. Sounds like the Pittsburgh Steelers have the toughest schedule coming out this year. They take on Atlanta on Sunday.
Russell Wilson.
Well, I know.
Russell Westbrook and what's his name from Chicago. Good.
Yeah, so it should be a very, very interesting season. Check your schedules. All different teams that got all their games. I'm pretty happy with the Cowboys schedule. Week 4 they play the Giants. in New York, or Jersey, I should say. I like that game. I'm kind of saying, can I get off that night? Maybe try to catch that game.
Can we be
I'm gonna
1
see if
and
I can
2
do
by the
that.
time we play the Giants?
Well, no, I think they'll do a little bit better than that, but I don't think they're going to do much better, Big D. I think they're going to have their problems this year, the Cowboys. But I want to get to this Harrison Butker story, which is really starting to grow some legs of its own. And I want to get to his cut 20. Cut 20, Aaron. If you can get that ready, fire that up. This is Harrison Butker's commencement speech that he took over the weekend at the Benedictine College. And just run that for a little bit, and then I'll get into the story. Cut 20.
Throughout the COVID fiasco, and how you missed out on so many milestones the rest of us older people have taken for granted. While COVID might have played a large role throughout your formative years, it is not unique. Bad policies and poor leadership have negatively impacted major life issues. Things like abortion, IVF, surrogacy, euthanasia, as well as a growing support for degenerate cultural values in media, all stem from the pervasiveness of disorder. Our own nation is led by a man who publicly and proudly proclaims his Catholic faith, but at the same time is delusional enough to make the sign of the cross during a pro-abortion rally. He has been so vocal in his support for the murder of innocent babies that I'm sure to many people, it appears that you can be both Catholic and pro-choice.
All right, Aaron, that's good right there. I want to get to this story. So Chiefs Harrison Butker's homemaker remark to women during commencement speech draws massive backlash. Kansas City Chiefs kicker Harrison Butker won after President Biden over his stance on abortion, as we just saw, as a Catholic in his commencement speech at a private Kansas college over the weekend. But it was what he said to the women in the audience at Benedictine College that garnered a lot of backlash on social media. He urged women to embrace the title of homemaker. For the ladies present today, congratulations on an amazing accomplishment. You should be proud of all that you do and have achieved to this point in your lives, the Super Bowl champion said. I want to speak directly to you briefly because I think it is you, the women, who have had the most diabolical lies told to you. How many of you are sitting here now about to cross this stage and are thinking about all the promotions and titles you're going to get in your career? Some of you may go on to lead successful careers in the world, but I venture to guess that the majority of you are most excited about your marriage and the children you will bring into this world. And now they're calling for all this backlash that, they should go after him. USA Today, and I'll get a little bit to it in the next segment when I get a chance to do sports. Freedom of speech out the window, huh?
All right, we'll do more on this Harrison Butker story when we get back. Live from Studio 6B on a Wednesday. Glad you're in. Hour 2 coming up.
Yeah, Cowboy Don said they should block you.
That's okay.
Where's all my chats here?
Well, I'm not in the Facebook chat yet. Let me get in there.
Yes. Yep.
What's the problem?
You mean you both of those ones are the ones with him on stage?
John on X says, David, nice job at Wildwood.
Excellent. What platform is he on?
X.
Oh, great. Thank you so much.
Yeah, that was good coverage. That was good coverage you had today, too. Those are two good clips of the congressman. That was excellent.
Yeah.
Oh, man, that was good.
Lisa's watching from Southern Indiana on Facebook. Hello.
I did about 40 interviews down in Wildwood.
Those were two very good ones.
Yeah.
Both guys were, I thought they were just, I mean, of course, they're all well spoken, but those guys, they were good.
When I do my news next, I'll tell people to go on my social media because I've been posting them because I can't run all of them.
I like those bright red ties they both had on, showing
Which
the
guys?
red. Both of them. The two, the congressman, the first fellow that was on, the gray beard.
That was in New York.
The other guy, the ones in New York.
It was Doug Burkham.
That was today, right? That was earlier today. Yesterday.
Hey, Jeremy, what's going on? on Facebook?
Vivek came up in court and said hello, which was nice.
Oh,
on his way out,
Oh, that
yeah.
was nice.
And Trump gave me a nod yesterday, which was cool.
Yeah, he must by now. He's got to recognize you.
Oh,
Well,
yeah,
he's
when
run
we
into
know
it
each other.
several times.
Carol, my eyes are good. Thank you for asking.
You should hold up a sign. Hey, stop by the show.
No, he loves Raph. He absolutely does.
Tell him I'm going to talk to him about MAGA
What's going
Square
on,
Garden.
Fred? On Facebook, Kathy on Facebook. Hello.
Jason Miller always comes over, his comms guy, you know.
Yeah. That was good coverage.
And Sunny Joy's with the campaign team. She was my producer. I'm with Raph for years.
Is Sunny back with the campaign again?
I think she is, yeah, because I reach out to her before.
Remember we had her on the show, right? Once.
Whenever I'm traveling, I see what's going on.
Loretta, how are you on Facebook? AZ Mikey, how you doing? Peter Gregory, when you get to Vegas, look me up, okay?
Oh, there you go. Come out.
Allison Johnson, like my sweater tonight. Thank you.
My niece.
Not a sweater.
What my niece.
Hour 2 live from Studio 6B on a Wednesday night. Glad you're in. Slick Rick's doing sports. Delgado's going to do some more news. David Zier's got some more clips and stuff as well. He'll be back in the city for the Trump trial tomorrow. Boy, did you see... got a couple clips I'll pull up here, but did you see... and I warned you about this a couple weeks ago, that I just couldn't believe Cohen was going to be their lead witness, given that his own attorney was going to testify around the same time. And if not, I don't know why the defense wouldn't even call him. Maybe they're planning on calling him.
Well, the defense hasn't started yet.
Well, yeah. I mean, once they get done cross-examining, are they done cross-examining Cohen, or that's still going on?
No, still going on tomorrow.
No more this week, right? Because
probably the whole day. I'll be there in the morning.
I thought he had Barron's.
I thought he was off all week.
Yeah, I thought
that's Friday.
I thought Thursday and Friday they were off.
Nope, I'll be on the ground. I'm leaving at 3 a.m., 5 hours after the show to go in, because you got to get online early for the overflow so we can get everybody in who's going to be there from, RAB and for the war room and stuff. I'll be in the main courtroom till about 11. I'm going to swap out with Andrew. Trump's asking, I think, for the gag order to be lifted again. Michael Cohen, the attorney, gives him a wink and a nod. I mean, the judge gives him a wink and a nod and basically says, please don't say anything. He asked the prosecution, please don't have Michael Cohen say anything bad about Trump over the next week, which is ridiculous. And, no gag order on Michael Cohen, right?
No, of course not.
But I think Cohen blew himself up yesterday, and I think the cross, because they continually painted him as loving Trump.
Lion scum.
He said he was obsessed with Trump in the art of after reading the art of it. He read the Art of the Deal. Said he was obsessed with Trump. He said he considers the Trump family his surrogate family.
Oh my goodness!
And he would take a bullet for them. He says. And Todd Blanche did a great job of pointing that out and painting him just like they did with Madeleine Westerholt, which was for the prosecution, but wound up helping the defense. Because she said that Trump's a great people, basically, and she loved working with Melania and stuff. So I think Cohen's in bad shape.
He should write a book, The Art of the Squeal. That's what he should write a book for.
For sure.
So he's like a stalker.
Yeah.
He's coming off, the way you're describing it, he's coming off as a stalker.
Well, he was, the Trump organization did a lot for him. He was making $375 a year. He was getting a $150,000 bonus. Him and his parents in like 2001 or 2 bought all kinds of Trump properties in a package deal together. They were great to him. But he's miffed, we believe, that he didn't get a position in the Trump administration after the 2016 election. Right. Thought he was going to be like the Attorney General or in the DOJ or whatever. Obviously he's miffed somewhere, and his excuse now is that he doesn't believe in the cult of Donald Trump anymore, that he was like hook, line, and sinker. I was in the cult of Donald Trump, but they were really good to him. And as Costello said, who the hell tapes their client? And I guess we'll talk about that later, but Cohen's not looking too good for the prosecution.
Yeah, so is Cohen's own old attorney, Robert Costello, who used to represent Michael Cohen, testified today in front of Jim Jordan's committee. And there's a couple of cuts from it that are worth listening to. Greg Stubbe had them and talked a little bit about Cohen. What cut is this, Aaron? 3? 10? Roll that.
Through further cross-examination, Cohen told me that he knew there was money missing from the Trump inauguration.
I see where you are now. Thank you.
Okay. And then on the next page, into that first paragraph, Cohen decided that while he didn't believe the allegation of the Stormy Daniels story, that he thought the story would be embarrassing for Trump and especially for Melania, so he decided he would take care of it himself.
Absolutely. And that is contrary to what this guy testified to in court in New York yesterday.
Well, and what's not being talked about is your next paragraph, like the reason and his motivation for that. So if you could just kind of walk through that for the committee.
Yeah, obviously, when we started to talk about the NDAs, and this is the very first meeting at the Regency Hotel, when, by the way, Rudy Giuliani was not involved in representing Donald Trump at that time. Cohen testified that it was a conspiracy between Giuliani and Costello as of this date. Totally false. In any event, he also said that he didn't discuss the Stormy Daniels matter with us, and he certainly did. I specifically asked him because he kept on going back saying, I can't believe they're trying to put me in jail for these NDAs. So I said, Michael, tell me about the NDA. Tell me about Stormy Daniels. What did you do? He said, I got a call from a lawyer representing Stormy Daniels who represented that she was going to testify that Donald Trump had sex with Stormy Daniels. Michael Cohen said, I didn't believe the allegation, but I knew that such an allegation would be terribly embarrassing. He said it would be embarrassing. He focused on Melania Trump. He said, I didn't want to embarrass Melania Trump. He said, that's why I decided to take care of this on my own. Right. I went back to that several times. You did this on your own? On my own. Did Donald Trump have anything to do with it? No. Did you get the money from Donald Trump? No. From any of his organizations? No. From anybody connected to Donald Trump? No. Where did you get the money? I took out a HELOC loan against my property. I said, why would you do that? He said, I didn't want anybody to know where I got this money. I didn't want Melania to know. I didn't want my own wife to know because she's in charge, he said, of the Cohen family finances. He said if she saw money coming out of my account, she'd ask me 100 questions, and I didn't want to answer any of them. It was clear after talking to him for several days after that, whenever we talked on the phone or in my office, that he kept on bringing up the subject that he felt he was betrayed by not being brought down to Washington, D.C. This guy thought, he said to me, that he should have been Attorney General of the United States, or at least the chief assistant to the president. Ludicrous, but that's what he thought. And he was very angry about that. He wanted to do something to put himself back into the inner circle of Donald Trump. That's why he took care of this on his own. There had to be a motivation. Michael Cohen is always working for things that benefit himself. And that's what he was doing here. That's completely different to what he said that he told the grand jury. That's completely different to what he's testifying to in New York. Nobody has heard this side of the equation.
Right.
Well, they have now. And I'm assuming they're going to in New York because I don't see how the defense doesn't call Bob Costello up in New York to testify and answer these exact same questions and more. Yeah, and there's no reasonable person that can listen to Bob Costello, who comes across as very trustworthy, as very believable, against a known serial liar, perjurer, and criminal in Michael Cohen, and can find any way to believe anything that Cohen says.
Yeah, especially since he just testified under oath at Congress. So under oath, he's going to be telling the same story.
And we know under oath means nothing to Cohen. He's proven that. But right. I'm assuming it means something to most other people.
Yeah, especially to that gentleman there, Mr. Costello, who seems to he seems like a pretty straightforward, straight shooter.
Well, he's a hero. He went over the laptop when I interviewed Miranda Devine. He explained in detail how Rudy Giuliani and Rob Costello took the laptop after John Paul Mac Isaac gave over the data, and they took all the data, and Costello was the one who forensically analyzed all the stuff and put it in chronological order as a blueprint for the prosecution of Hunter Biden. Costello really was a sharp guy, I think.
One other moment from today, I'll play a little bit of it here, was Matt Gaetz. When he had his chance, here's a little bit of that.
From the testimony of Michael Cohen's lawyer, Mr. Costello. These days, you see individuals running for prospective office who claim, if you elect me, I will bring down this public figure or that public figure who disagrees with my political philosophy. Understand that to destroy a political rival, you need not convict that person of a crime. All you must do is leak the fact that the individual is being investigated for a particular crime, thereby destroying his or her reputation and causing that individual to incur legal fees to defend themselves. The net result is, if you can destroy their reputation and bankrupt them with legal fees, you have effectively eliminated or canceled your opposition without ever convicting them of a crime or getting a civil judgment against them. Mr. Costello, I just wanted to say I felt very seen by your testimony that was provided to the committee. But I want to get back to what Mr. Lynch said previously, that sometimes when you're accused of something, it's actually the people accusing you who are doing that thing. Now, you were accused of illegally dangling a pardon before Michael Cohen, right?
Correct.
And that was a lie.
Absolutely.
That accusation could not withstand any scrutiny or review from the Southern District of New York, where Mr. Goldman worked, where other great attorneys have worked, right?
And where I worked.
Right, but that dangling,
Correct.
that accusation of dangling something improper. Remember what Mr. Lynch said. If you're being accused of that, maybe it's the people doing the accusing. Now, Mr. Trustee, you described a searing fact pattern moments ago. You accused a Department of Justice official of an extortionist ploy to dangle a judgeship before a lawyer to get that lawyer to betray their client, Walt Nada, right?
Yes, I have no reason to disbelieve that lawyer.
And who was the Department of Justice official that engaged in that extortionist ploy?
Well, the lead person in that conversation was Jay Bratt, who's still currently assigned to the Southern District of Florida case.
What is that? I mean, for those of you who've been prosecutors, who've dedicated your lives to the rule of law, what does it tell us about the shape of the legal system that you have people with the ability to do what Mr. Costello laid out in testimony, to charge you with a crime, destroy your reputation, bankrupt you, like they're trying to do to Walt Nada, a patriot who served in our military, and then to hear this claim that they were literally trying to compromise the lawyer? How should we reflect on a legal system that permits that?
It's broken. I had a friend of mine from the Department of Justice text me not too long ago, and he said, it's going to take decades for the department to fix itself. And I love that place. I worked there. I was a prosecutor for 27 years, but I am fearful that we've crossed the Rubicon by being ends justified the means, by engaging in selective targeting and differential treatment. And I don't know how it ends or how it gets better, but I'm happy to at least bring evidence about that issue.
Well, and that's why these hearings are so necessary. I think that we would love to stay well constrained within our Article 1 lane. But when we've got this Article 2 process that is unloading on political rivals and Article 3 courts, as Mr. Costello said, the only way to have a check and a balance on that system is for the Congress to step forward and to utilize its tools, the most profound being the power of the purse, but indeed we have powers of impeachment and oversight that are important as well. Mr. Costello, is Michael Cohen a liar?
That doesn't begin to describe him. He lies at every opportunity when it's in his favor. And I mean, I could, if you had a half an hour or 45 minutes, I could start to list the many lies that he told us.
Well, let's just triage them. Is there a single branch of government that Michael Cohen hasn't lied to?
Gee, I think there isn't.
Right. I mean, you really have to work hard to hit the hat trick. I mean, it's one thing to lie to investigators. And I guess it's another thing to lie to Congress, but to lie to investigators and then Congress and then courts.
Don't forget the judges.
Yeah, the
judges. He lied to the judge, too, when he pled guilty.
And it's just so odd. I mean, it's not every day you see someone's former lawyer having to come forward and say, I regrettably have to inform the Congress, the court, whomever, that my own client, I am aware, is a liar.
Thank goodness he was foolish enough to execute the waiver of the attorney-client privilege because he was trying to implicate Rudy Giuliani and myself in a crime, which was absurd.
Even lied about that?
The defense would like to call Robert Costello to the stand, please.
I love them. Come on.
Hey,
Yeah. They say Bud Abbott wasn't nice to Lou Costello.
I heard that too. Yeah.
They were great.
Yeah, exactly.
Which ones did we saw? Frankenstein, The Mummy, Dracula, Werewolf.
Got them all. Oh, they had so many. They were hysterical.
Channel
They were
11.
who's on first, what's on second. You know? Yeah. They started that whole thing.
Sunday mornings, Channel 11 in the New York area.
Oh, PIX. Yeah.
PI. Remember Pix.
Fran, let me hear.
They had
let me hear Turley here.
too.
Well, it means what we already know, that Michael Cohen is the most compromised, unbelievable witness in the history of the federal legal system. That's hardly news. What we saw in his cross-examination was an evasive and rehearsed set of answers. And he's going to likely continue that tomorrow.
Classic.
But here you have his own lawyer now saying that what he said on the stand is diametrically opposed to what he told him in an attorney-client confidential setting. Now, we already flagged parts of the testimony of Cohen that did not seem to ring true. For example, Cohen said that he surreptitiously taped the former president for his protection, to keep David Pecker honest. That makes no sense at all.
Doesn't make any sense.
Nobody can make any sense out of how taping Donald Trump would somehow affect David Pecker. In fact, the call itself seemed to indicate that Trump had very little information about the deals that had been arranged by Cohen. It seems clear to most of us that he was banking insurance against Trump, that this was to be compromising information that he might use later. And that would be completely consistent with Michael Cohen. The only consistent elements in Cohen's career is that he will only tell the truth if he has no alternative, and he always acts for his own best interest.
Costello. Like in the movie, what was that one when the private investigators at Russell Crowe in L.A. in the 70s or 80s? No, it was a newer one like 2 years ago.
Oh, you mean L.A.
The Good Guys, maybe? That was a good movie.
Was it?
Yeah.
Who saw it?
He saw a dead body and he was doing the Lou Costello.
Yeah, remember that?
All right, 17 past the hour, live from Studio 6B on a Wednesday night. Glad you're in. David Zier's doing some news and clips. Delgado's doing some news as well. We'll get to that here in a second, but let's do some sports right now. Sports is brought to you by Mike Lindell and MyPillow. Use our code LFS6B. Anytime this month, of course, you get a great discount from whatever you're purchasing from Lindell. Plus, you'll get our shirt of the month, Trump 2024. Take America Back, another one of our election T-shirts. You'll get that absolutely free as a bonus if you send your MyPillow receipt into lfs6b@yahoo.com. It's right there on your screen, lfs6b@yahoo.com. Send us your MyPillow confirmation email that you get once you make your purchase. It'll show that you used our code. Tell us your size, and we'll send that shirt out. I think we're all caught up. Every order, I believe, is out as of today. We were behind a little bit, but everything's now out. So if you've sent in a receipt, your shirt should be in production in the mail here in the next week or so. So they should be all out. So, Slick Rick, what's going on in sports?
All right, Big D. Well, let's get back up to Boston, TD Garden. Delgado's going to tell you it's not over, but it's over. 108-94. The Cavaliers are falling away to the Celtics. So 2:15 to go in the fourth quarter. Game 5, Boston looking to close out the Cleveland Cavaliers, who are playing out with their star, Donovan Mitchell, who is out with a calf strain, and Jared Allen as well, who's continued to be out with a bruised rib. Just overmatched, undermanned, and it looks like the Celtics will be moving on, waiting to face the winner of the Indiana Knicks series. So we'll see what happens with that. Mavs and Thunder, 9:30 tip out in OKC. That's also a game. That was game 5 with the series tied at 2. And NHL, good one. 6:15, 15:50 to go in the second period in the American Airlines Arena, downtown Dallas. And the scores all tied 1-1. Avs and Stars. That's game 5. Dallas looking to close out the Avalanche and move to the Western Conference Finals. So again, we'll keep you updated. Probably get one more update before the end of the night. Phillies pounding the Mets 10-5, bottom 8, end of 7. Rays over the Red Sox 4-3 up in Fenway. Braves for right now getting blanked by the Cubbies 5-0 in Atlanta, bottom 7. Yankees blanking the Twins 3-0, end of 5. Let me try to recover that story on Harrison Butker real quick, Big D. So he was at that commencement speech in Kansas at that Benedictine College, and he was addressing the ladies after he got done, obviously talking about what a dud Biden is and stating a lot of facts about his position on abortion, and then he got into the young ladies saying that a lot of them are a number of them, not the majority, are contemplating their promotions, their careers. He says, but the majority of them are probably talking about their marriage, thinking about their marriage and children as part of their future. And they went crazy on him. And he even went so far to say, then I can tell you that my beautiful wife Isabel would be the first to say her life truly started when she began living her vocation as a wife and as a mother. I'm on this stage today and able to be the man that I am because I have a wife who leans into her vocation. I'm beyond blessed with the many talents God has given me, but it cannot be overstated that all of my success is made possible because a girl I met in band class back in middle school would convert to the faith, become my wife, and embrace one of the most important titles of all, a homemaker. It was that part that drew a ton of reaction on social media. It's disgusting that he's up there standing in front of women who quite obviously have career aspirations and telling them that they should only be one thing. He didn't say that. And lean into that. Yeah. And this is NHL, MLB, and WWE broadcaster Jackie Redmond who wrote that on X. Unlike men who can wear many hats without issue, of course. Former NFL sideline reporter Lisa Guerrero wrote, hey, at NFL, if you want to continue to grow your female fan base and any other marginalized group, straight white men are already watching your product. Come get your boy. I mean, the ringer, Lindsay. Yeah, so it just went on to bash some NFL Network, a number of them, and, basically calling for the Chiefs.
What did they say? Men can wear many hats? What?
Yeah.
Women can't either?
Yeah, men could wear many hats.
What are they talking about?
At least he didn't say one time in band camp.
My wife wears many hats as a mother, as a teacher, as a special ed.
Men can wear many hats without issue, of
director.
course.
Yeah. What are they?
My mother was Poopy the Clown. She was a painter. She was a real estate broker in the 70s.
Oh, yeah. Well, your mom, there's nobody like her. She's a special lady. But listen, she's done a lot in the business world.
Most girls who grow up in a two-parent household, who have lucky enough to have two parents, who grow up in a house where faith and going to church and all of that was part of their life growing up, most of them want to grow up and meet the man of their dreams and get married to procreate.
Correct.
Which is to have children, which is the main focus of why you get married.
Oh, yeah. But the leftists, they're out with the horns. So, and the Chiefs, the Kansas City Chiefs, they're a little upset. They haven't made a statement, but what are they going to say? I mean, this was a commencement speech. He didn't say, hey, Kansas City Chiefs and wearing his jersey. I mean, so I don't know what people are wanting the reaction from the Chiefs. They've radio silence, as they should be. They don't need to get involved in it.
It doesn't involve them.
Exactly.
He didn't do this as a member, as part of the Kansas City Chiefs, part of his duties, right?
Well, one of the problems we always have on the show that we're always concerned about is freedom of speech, and just that. And I don't think he said one thing inappropriate. In fact, I know he didn't.
He's a truth teller.
Yeah.
And by the way, he's a courageous one at that.
Amen.
Listen, the two-parent household should be celebrated, and a lot of people don't have that, and it's okay. But the left tries to paint that as a bad thing.
Yeah.
No
question about it. No question about it. I don't know if I have time for anything else. Big D, you want to get into other stuff? So I'll call it a wrap on sports. I'll get that Jerry story at the end and update everybody on NBA, NHL playoff scores.
All right, Slick, very good. Let's do some more news with Rick Delgado. Delgado, what's going on?
All right. Well, it looks like the Democrats, they could be showing their hand. Now, is this their next move when it comes to the campaign and to the election coming up in November? We're not really sure, but you might want to check it out because it's going to involve something that's called censoring Well, let's see if they're giving away a little bit of what they plan on doing. Here is cut number 21. Merrick Garland talking about this yesterday, because it's all about your safety, everybody, to make sure that mis and disinformation is controlled by the government. Cut 21, check this out.
Public servants, the ones who administer our elections. Those threats endanger our democracy itself. That is why over the past 3 years, we have accelerated our efforts to combat the increase in threats against election workers, officials, and volunteers that followed the 2020 election.
Yeah, so there you have it. They're ramping up the censorship machine just because they need to control the message now, because Trump has got too big of a lead. They need to control things. You got to make sure that they're in charge. And, of course, if that doesn't work, if the censorship arm of the government controlling social media doesn't work, well, don't worry, because according to Anthony Blinken, well, he's ready to shut things down, and they're doing a trial run right now in the Ukraine. Check this out. Cut number 11. Here is Anthony Blinken talking about elections in Ukraine. Now, why would he be doing that?
Working with the government and civil society groups to shore up Ukraine's election infrastructure. That way, as soon as Ukrainians agree the conditions allow, all Ukrainians, including those displaced by Russia's aggression, can exercise their right to vote. People in Ukraine and around the world can have confidence that the voting process is free, fair, secure.
Yeah. So, and of course, it's coming from Anthony Blinken with the high sign giving from Zelensky and the Ukraine government, who've already shut down elections and media and other political parties just to make sure it's all fair.
Exactly.
So
that guy would work really well in any body politic in France. That guy's perfect for. He just comes across as such a.
I think he was born in Paris, wasn't he?
Just a weak pansy ass. Yeah. I mean, he is just so soft. It's just pathetic. That guy.
You know what? I'm gonna say, Damon, like you are wrong. He's got a rock side to him. Every rocker has a soft side. Every rocker has a soft side, Damon.
Rocking in the free
world. But this soft guy has a rock side. Check this out. This is
look at this guy.
After dropping off $60 billion in the Ukraine, he jumped up for a little jam session.
Boogie woogie booey.
And you wouldn't believe it.
So embarrassing.
Look at this.
Oh my God.
In the Ukraine, he's talking about rocking in the free world.
I mean,
he's a lefty, all right.
I'm glad he's whatever. Just read the room, dude. Now's not the.
You know what's surprising though? He had a guest jump up on stage with him too. Here's cut number 1. Check it out. While he was playing, Hunter Biden made an appearance in Ukraine, of all places.
Wow.
Nice.
By the way, Keel Roughton says his mom was a drill sergeant. Talk about multitasking. Hello, Keel. James Lacey. Woof. King Ralph. Scarf. So he's had that scarf for a long time.
He's had the scarf for a while, and I don't know what I think he's stealing his dad's diapers when he runs out of the house like that.
Someone in the chat said, did Damon go off on Mike Johnson tonight? No. Should I have? What did he do today?
He's breathing.
Same thing he does every day. Nothing.
Well, I did yesterday, and people seem to not be that happy with me.
Really? They weren't happy with you yesterday at all.
So,
they were very angry with you.
They must like Mike Johnson. They think Mike Johnson, like President Trump does, is doing a great job, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, it was solidarity for Trump yesterday, so I get it.
Okay. Well, I don't get it. He's the guy who could if he wants to have solidarity, Trump, why don't you do something through the budget process? Or why don't you do something when you're in Washington?
I say shut it down.
We don't need your dumb ass up in Washington, in New York City, to stand in front of a microphone and tell us how much you support him when we already know you don't support him because you didn't do crap about it. You let everything Biden want go through. You funded everything to holy hell. No, I'm for the president. I'm here. Where's the microphone? Where's the cameras? God told me to be here. Get out of here. Phony. But no, people didn't agree with me, right? Slick. Most people yesterday.
They were tearing you up. They were razor.
I thought it was like 50-50.
I don't think so.
They were lobbying for Delgado to be the new host of LFS6B.
Most people do every night. So.
Taking the show above and beyond.
Yeah, the mothership will deliver.
Oh, yeah.
That's
It'll
right.
deliver, all right. You open it up.
Oh, you wouldn't believe what I would.
It'll look like the Funkadelic Parliament mothership. They open it up, all the
There'll be lights
smoke.
coming from on top here in the studio, coming down.
It would be awesome.
Like the Rock's entrance. And
oh my goodness! You know what I was watching the other day? I caught wind. I was doing some research, and I caught wind. Thank you, friend. Of there was these X-File episodes that came out. You know, the X-Files, they ran from like 1992 to 99, 7 seasons. Then they took like 10 years off. They came back for a couple seasons, and I think in season 12 they started doing and this is around 2013, 2014, they started doing these episodes about a virus and mRNA proteins that were injected into everyone.
Wow. I've never seen.
You're kidding.
I've never seen the X-Files.
You know, Damon?
No, I've seen those clips. We've played them. We've
not the X-Files.
Yes, we've referenced these before.
I've never have. I've never referenced.
We call them the LFS6B file. We call them the UFO. All right, 30 minutes past the hour, live from Studio 6B on a Wednesday. Glad you're in. If you're watching on Facebook, YouTube, I didn't check what do we got likes on YouTube? Do we? How are we doing tonight? Does everybody hit the thumbs up on YouTube? It takes about 2 seconds. Please do. It helps us get the word out there. Facebook as well. Hit the like or thumbs up or whatever the hell it is. And if you're watching it on X, make sure you comment and like and subscribe to the channel at LFS6B. The X numbers are growing at a decent pace. I'd like to see them pick up, get into that 25 into 50,000 range on X would be great. Facebook's at 115,000. Want to see that get to 125. And YouTube is growing.
Yeah.
Well, YouTube's impossible to build an audience. And I hate to say it, but so is Rumble. We just cannot get subscribers on Rumble.
Well, between
and
Rav and 6B, we have about 4,500 viewers tonight.
Okay, very good.
That's not bad.
Make sure you subscribe to both channels. Hit the thumbs up. Let's do some more news. We didn't do too much with Rick Delgado. News is brought to you by 7Cells, 7cells.com. What's going on, Delgado?
All right. Well, this edition of the I Did Not Kill Myself edition of the news. Yes.
Are we going to Russia or China?
Here we go with the Jeffrey Epstein story, ripping the article from the pages of the New York Post. Oh. Jeffrey Epstein's original Little Black Book is now on sale, Damon. You can get a copy of it yourself.
It's Barnes & Noble.
It's on sale where?
That's a good one. Unlike anything else in the world, they're saying, bidding on the pedo-perv Jeffrey Epstein 1997 Little Black Book of Contacts started on Wednesday with the infamous item expected to fetch $200,000 or more, believe it or not.
Give me the American Express black card, would you?
Yeah, get it out. I got a carbon copy of it.
The personal address book includes names, addresses, and phone numbers of 221 people not included in the better-known later version of the Gawker edition that they published in 2015. Bill Pagnopoulos, owner of the Alexander Historical Auctions, who's facilitating the sale, told the New York Post, despite the long shadow cast by its author, Jeffrey Epstein, who died in jail awaiting trial for abusing young girls in 2019, there has been great interest in this piece of memorabilia. As far as I know, he says, Mr. Epstein estate is in no way involved in any manner. As for the proceeds of the sale, I can say with great deal of confidence that they will be going to a party that does not, nor ever did, have any connection with Mr. Epstein or anyone named in the book. The 64-page address book, dated by Forensic Document Examiner to be from 1997, lists 349 people in total, among them celebrities like Robert F. Kennedy Jr.
Really?
CNN anchor Chris Cuomo, his wife, Christina Grievin, and actress Morgan Fairchild, as well as billionaire Carl Icahn. So there you have it. A little bit of news coming out of...
so where is this for? Where is this? Where do we bid on this?
I don't know. I guess it would be the historical Alexander Alexander Historical Auctions.
Yeah.
I guess if you look them
Is that a
up.
place we can send you with a camera?
Yeah. Maybe.
Okay, would you like to go there and bid on it?
I
Where
think
would
they're-
you start your bid?
I think they're doing it online.
Oh, online.
Because it started today. So it's not like somebody's sitting there and the guy's like, the auctioneer's going, I got 200, I got 200, I got 200, I need 210, 210, 210, 210 right here. It's like, Rick, you got 220, 220, 220.
210 to the guy in the Live from Studio 6B UFO news shirt.
Right, exactly. So
there isn't anybody that's not in that book. It's crazy. He has
yes,
so
it's
many
pretty.
contacts.
And it even says here, according to this, I don't know if it's actually at that place. It looks like you can do it online, and you can bid on it online, and I guess pay for it through PayPal, maybe.
Public auction in July. If there's no winning bid, they're saying.
Really?
Auction houses Sotheby's and Christie's declined to auction the book on the grounds of it being in poor taste.
Chris Christie's in the book?
Yeah.
Oh.
So there you have that. And I don't know if you heard about this. Joe Biden has executed an executive order to shut down the border once and for all, believe it or not. And he's going to limit crossings to only 4,000 a day, as opposed to the 5,000 that are normally coming. That's his planned executive action that will allow him to shut down.
The numbers are so bad that they're looking at. The numbers are so bad. They're trying to balance. We're going to send stuff to Israel. Now we're not. We're not going to send stuff to Israel. Then yesterday we are going to send stuff to Israel. We're not going to close the border. Now today, well, we're going to slightly close the border. They're trying to make everybody happy, and they're making nobody happy, and it's a disaster. And it's just glorious.
I have a theory. Sorry, Rick.
No.
Oh, my God.
Welcome to the party, pal.
Maybe.
Is it a Zeri or a theory?
I have a Zeri theory. Maybe they're doing it because they figured out they have enough people to change the census forever, and now they can close the border after 4,000 a day is reached.
Possibly.
Pick up enough congressional seats to screw everybody.
Yeah, the legislative proposal would be giving Homeland Security Secretary discretionary authority to carry out removals, but have made deportations mandatory when illegal entries surpass 5,000 a day over a 1-week period. Now, of course, that's if they actually keep proper records. They might decide, we miscounted, I guess. Let's keep getting people in because I stopped counting at 3,000 and forgot to keep counting, and now it could be well over 6, but nobody would know it. The bill would also allow for the suspension of the authority 2 weeks after the 7-day average falls to 75% below that average. So it's really not any kind of border policy that's going to do anything whatsoever to actually stem the flow of immigration. And as you can tell by the streets of New York City and cities across the country, it's just getting worse and worse.
All right, very good. We'll do some more news with Rick Delgado, but let's do some more with the host of Breaking Point, 8 a.m. Saturday mornings, Mr. David Zier. Mr. Zier, what's going on?
A lot going on. I have an interview I did with Mickey Whithoff and Nicole Reffert. Guy Reffert is her husband. He's in jail in J6, was held in solitary for years off and on without a trial in jail. And Mickey Whithoff, the mother of Ashley Babbitt, at General Flynn's movie event at the America First Warehouse the other day, cut number 17. It's just part of it. You can watch the rest on Breaking Point this weekend. Mickey Whithoff with us, Ashley Babbitt's mom, and we have Nicole Reffert, whose husband Guy Reffert. You're waiting for the 1512 decision, right?
Absolutely.
Tell our audience about that.
Okay, so the 1512 is the obstruction of an official proceeding charge that Donald Trump is also charged with. And over 350 Jan 6ers are also charged with it. In the appellate level, they have come down and said many of the enhancements cannot be applied to this charge.
Yeah.
What we have found, though, with these federal judges is that they are going above what the appellate level is saying, and maybe even what the Supreme Court will say about the USA versus Fisher.
Now, if this decision goes in their favor, what does that mean for them?
Well, okay, so it
Supreme
means...
Court.
Well, if it goes in Jan 6 favor, that means over 350 Jan 6ers will be looking at a lesser prison time. The issue that we are finding, though, is that the federal judges are using their 3553 rule, which is a rule rarely used, but it is of their judiciary discretion. And they are saying that Jan 6 is such a stain on our democracy, as they call it, that they are they're not going to adhere to what the Supreme Court or appellate says.
So it's baby steps.
It is. It is.
And so many people unfairly prosecuted, persecuted.
Right.
And Mickey, you seeing any justice for Ashley going on anywhere?
Well, like we talked about, baby steps. Judicial Watch has taken up Ashley's case, and they're going to fight hard for her. And I have faith that they'll make progress.
Oh, great. Well, you have Tom Fitton on your side.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah,
that's great.
They're an amazing
we can get out of that a little early.
Tom Fitton said at CPAC.
They hired Tom Fitton, you're right. Who better than to question, and to investigate the legal system. And then on the ground at the rally, we've got LFS 6B fans, illegal immigrants, and a Joe Biden story that is cut number 15. We have more real American voices on the ground. Crystal, what's going on?
Hey, David. I got here at 7 o'clock this morning, stood in
Where'd you drive from?
From Pittstown, New Jersey.
Well, I heard you watch Rav. You like Rav?
I watch it every night.
Awesome.
You're awesome. You guys are so much fun.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. You have so much fun and you get the word out there.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of people hurting out there on the ground trying to add a little relief, a little comic relief maybe too,
Yeah.
Our first Trump rally?
It's my first, yeah.
Wow, wonderful. How about you? What's your name?
Hey, I'm Lori Angelucci. I'm from Philadelphia, PA. We came in yesterday.
Philadelphia, what did they do to the city of brotherly love?
They ruined it.
Right?
They ruined it.
All right, well, how do we change that? You think Trump's going to win Pennsylvania?
Trump.
Yeah.
Trump bad.
Yeah, wonderful. And what's your name, sir?
Steve Angelucci.
Hi, Steve. Really also? All right, Gino's Pat, Steve's Princess Steaks. I'm a Steve's guy. What do you think?
Gino's.
All right, Gino. I like Gino's. All right, good. That's good. I like Tony Luke's and Jim's too, though. I just like them all. John's, forget it. Provolone, spinach. How could you go wrong? What's your name?
Juliana.
It's so great to see you. I see you all over the place.
Yeah.
You drove 19 hours to be here? 22 hours. Wow.
Arkansas,
Wow.
And I'm over here.
So you've been to a lot of Trump events. You've been all over.
48 rallies.
48 rallies? That's incredible. What issue's important to you?
Importing in immigration, stop the immigrant.
Are you an immigrant?
Yes.
Where'd you come from?
I come from Hungary, and I'm waiting in 5 years.
So you waited 5 years to come here legally.
Yeah.
How does it make you feel when we have 14 million or so in the 4 years coming in illegally?
I don't like them because when I'm making in a citizenship, I need to pay $965, and I need to learn 100 questions because two questions is asking me, and I need.
And now
to know
you're spending another $900 a year in taxes to fund the illegals.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh my God.
What's your name, Bruce?
Bruce Wilmot.
And you're from Delaware.
I am from Delaware, and nobody likes him in Delaware.
Our friend
Nobody
Lee Murphy.
likes Biden in Delaware.
Lee Murphy.
Lee Murphy loves Trump like we do.
He was a conductor on the Amtrak. He used to say Biden used to hold up the Amtrak because he was late to work all the time, and all 600 people on the train had to suffer.
We call it a Joe Jam. Every time
a Joe Jam.
Wilmington, he gets a Joe Jam started.
A Joe Jam.
He blocks all the highways. He does everything bad.
Oh my God.
He's a mess. Nobody in Delaware likes him. His neighbors hate him.
Wow.
We did a rally around his house one time, blowing horns and everything. The only people that probably like him are his family.
Unbelievable.
Not much.
What's your name, ma'am?
I'm Brenda from Mount Holly.
And you watch Real America's Voice?
All the time.
What's your favorite show?
Yours. Yeah, yours.
You didn't see me slip her a 20 to say that. All right.
50?
Wonderful. So, we're getting the message out. We love hearing from real American voices on the ground. Everybody's pocketbook's hurting, right?
Yeah.
That's what's going on. That's why this turnout is just exceptional, right? Yeah, we can get out of that too. Save some time.
Carnival.
Thank you for watching, Rav, and we'll catch you on the
Sound
ground
like a
at the
Mexican
next one.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Deplorables, terrible people at the Trump rallies. The left says they're the greatest real American voices for you guys,
All right, we'll wrap it up. A little more sports and news when we get back on a Wednesday right after this.
hard to edit that one down because the people all had good things to say.
I like this one in the Get It Chat,
short.
Big D. This is a good quote in the Get It Chat.
Why are the people on YouTube mad at me? What did I say? I don't know.
You have a pulse?
I said something bad about YouTube. I didn't say anything. What are they talking about?
YouTube. You can't grow it. You said you can't grow to YouTube.
Well, we can. It has nothing to do with the people that are there. It has nothing to do with YouTube.
Yeah.
YouTube will not allow a station like ours that it's tagged
No.
conservative we can't get subscribers.
It's a shame. True be that in the Get It Chat. Big D. LFS6B is a drug. Ooh.
We are mad at you, Damon. About what? What are you mad about? What? Speak.
We're mad.
Yeah, screw tube. Exactly. That's what they try to do to us.
That's right.
We get a strike if we play, but it's just you can't do anything with them. And people say, well, why do you bother? Well, it's because that's where the people are. I mean, like it or not.
If they want more people in there, they should start sharing it.
100 zillion people there.
Can we get more strikes than a Hamas weapons storage facility when we're on YouTube? It's ridiculous.
What did you say, Rick? Slick Rick?
I said we get more strikes than a Hamas weapons storage facility when we're on YouTube. What are you talking about? Can't win on that.
What, do you guys get cited on YouTube?
Yeah,
for
they gave us community strikes, so that's why we have to stop the stream when the doctor from the wellness company comes on. We can't stream on there.
Yeah. I got banned for 2.5 years on YouTube. I didn't even do anything wrong.
I'm telling you, I see the analytics of people who come to the channel, but somehow they never become subscribers. I'm not saying it's the people's fault. I'm telling you, YouTube plays games.
That's also a YouTube thing. There are a lot of channels that have people watch that don't subscribe for some reason. Even bigger channels have that issue.
I'm going to try to activate my account again, see what happens.
You see the favorite for the Preakness, Cowboy Don told me it was scratched from the race on Saturday.
What horse?
Muth.
The one that won the Derby's not running in the Preakness?
I know he is.
Oh. He wasn't the favorite?
It was the, no.
Mystic Dan?
Mystic Dan?
What's his odds right now?
I don't know. I don't have that in front of me. And Mystic Dan, and blah, blah. I don't have the odds on Mystic Dan yet.
Oh, my God.
He probably is the favorite now.
For the person on YouTube that's complaining about the RAV chat being on, they're working on the back end of the website, so it's temporarily down.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
I think Trump's going to...
All right, 13 to the hour live from Studio 6B. Let's do some news with Rick Delgado. News is brought to you by 7 Cells, 7cells.com. What else is going on, Delgado?
I don't know. I'm not really prepared. I've been playing with my ears the whole time.
I know.
Because the damn thing stopped working. But the big story, I think...
Thanks for sharing that.
From earlier today.
Well, here, before you get... while you get your ears together, let me play, because we started the show and then I never actually played this. So let me just play. This was the big call to action today. Watch the jump cuts in this, Fran.
Donald Trump lost 2 debates to me in 2020. And since then, he hadn't shown up for debate. Now he's acting like he wants to debate me again. Well, make my day, pal. I'll even do it twice. So let's pick the dates, Donald. I hear you're free on Wednesdays. Donald Trump lost.
How many cuts did that take you?
Yeah, I was going to say.
It's like
4 hours.
Like 30 words, and there's like 7 jump cuts in that thing because he can't talk.
It's a good point.
They got more cuts than Boar's Head.
I mean, it's unbelievable. You can see his eyes, even in that right there. He's staring at the screen.
Yeah.
And whoever wrote that script should be, I mean, I'm telling you, his people are just a disaster.
Yeah, total.
Top to bottom.
Well,
he acts like he just wanted to debate me again. Well, what's a presidential election year, Joe? Yeah. That's what happens.
Come on, pal.
He hasn't debated me since the last election. Well, yeah, that's also what happens. What the hell is this guy talking about?
Right. You can say the same thing for him. Hey, Joe, you haven't debated since the last time you guys debated. What happened?
Yeah.
What the hell?
I'll even do it twice.
What the hell is he talking about? Is right?
Well, thanks. You usually do it 3 times.
Sounds like a good Saturday night in my house. Anyhow, cut number 9 if you want to hear some more Biden.
No.
Of course. Yeah, let's do cut number 9. Here he says something around the... I really don't know what he's trying to say. But get ready to ball.
I want to tell my Republican friends, get ready, pal. You're going to enter a problem.
What?
I want to tell my Republican friends, get ready, pal. You're going to enter a problem.
Yeah.
Get ready, bow.
He's bowing out, man.
You're gonna
already
in the get problem.
You're gone in for a problem.
Okay.
That's how
I'm down with that.
Yeah, come on.
I don't know who the hell Bal is, but Bal better get ready.
Val Kilmer.
We better get the tequila ready for that night. Oof.
And also a little bit more from Mr. Confusion, bumbling Biden. Cut number 2. Check this out. What does he say here?
They want to undo what they finally got done. And then what we finally got done is to make up for it. They want they want to give power back to Big Pharma.
Oh,
right.
Wow.
What the hell is he talking about?
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure on that one.
Yeah.
They want to undo what they finally got done. What we got done, then we got done. Dun, 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 dun.
Dun, 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 dun.
Brought to you by the makers of.
Writes itself.
He thinks it's a 20th Century Fox movie opening. Dun, 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 dun.
This show writes itself.
Let me hear that one more time, Aaron.
Yeah, one more time.
Let me hear that one more time. Let me focus here.
They want to undo what they finally got done.
Do what they finally.
All right,
And then what we finally got done is to make up for it. They want they want to give power back to Big Pharma.
Yeah.
Oh.
To all that, all I have to say is get ready to bumble. This is cut number 19.
Keep throwing the cuts at her. You got to
How would you say your mental focus is?
It's focused. I haven't. Look.
Let's get ready to bumble!
I think it's a right for people to have bad health care. True international average of pressure.
It's a classic.
Oh my Lord, I can't believe I said that. America is a nation that can be defined in a single word.
Y'all ready for this?
I was going to put him. Corn Pop was a bad dude, and he ran a bunch of bad boys. Wait. All men and women created by go. You know the thing. If you hold near and dear to you that you like to be able to. Anyway. He went for 2 reasons. One, to. Come on, man.
Oh my God.
The guy who runs that outfit over there.
Oh, yeah.
I've had a couple.
It's got coming.
But the nature, not Representative Jackie. Are you here? Where's Jackie? She was going to be here. What am I doing here? Club talker.
Your guess is as good as ours.
I got hairy legs that turn. That. Thank you for tolerance and listening to me. I appreciate it very much. What?
There you have it.
When did he fall again?
I'm going to go to bed.
Did he trip again
He
today?
tripped today, I think, yeah.
Did he really?
Yeah.
He did?
Yeah.
Let's get ready to stumble.
He didn't fall. He didn't tank. He just kind of clipped the step.
Yeah, but it could have been ugly because I think it was a drop-off maybe. Somebody was saying that.
Wow.
Oh, my God.
There you
That
have
is
it.
sick.
All right, let's do some sports. Wrap it up. Sports
that.
is brought to you by Mike Lindell and My Pillow. Slick, what's going on?
All right, well, let's get to the NBA scores right now. The Celtics have taken care of business and won their series 4-1 by taking business with the 113-98 pounding of the Cavaliers. So they are waiting for the winner of the New York Knicks and Indiana Pacers series, which resumes tomorrow night, I believe, in Indiana at the old Fieldhouse. So we will keep track of that tomorrow evening for you. And the Mavs and Thunder just underway. Mavs right now with a 3-point lead, 18-15, 4 to go in the first. That's a Game 5 series tied at 2. Somebody's looking to take a 3-2 lead there, of course. And the Avalanche and Stars in a good one tied at 2 at the end of 2-2-2. And right now that's Game 5. Dallas leading the series 3-1 and looking to close that series out to move on to the Western Conference Finals. And we'll be excited about that because they're going to take on the winner of the Edmonton and Vancouver series, which has been absolutely dynamite. I've been following that at night. So looking forward to that. that. And, Jerry, Big D, Netflix to air 10-part doc series revealing the definitive story on Cowboys owner Jerry Jones. Dylan Gwynn of Breitbart. Netflix scored big with their roast of Tom Brady. Now they will do a serious presentation based on another major NFL name, Cowboys owner Jerry Jones. The popular streaming service will soon air a joint production with NFL Films and Skydance Sports, offering the definitive story on arguably the NFL's most well-known team owner. The 10-episode series will explore America's team through never-before-seen footage and interviews with longtime Cowboys owner, president, and general manager Jerry Jones, as well as some of the old-time great players of the 90s. I won't get into it. You know them all. President George Bush and Knight founder Phil Knight, according to a statement from the NFL, will also be featured in the film. While Jones has made no public statements about retirement plans, some believe the 81-year-old is approaching the time when he will either outright retire or turn a large share of his daily duties to his son and Cowboys executive VP, Stephen Jones. So, we'll be looking forward to that. That ought to be awfully interesting, Big D. I think they're going to keep it pretty clean, though, with Jerry. I don't think they're going to get too...
No video from the strip club?
Nah, we got to support Jerry. He's 81. He's done a lot, and they haven't done a lot in the last 30 years. I'd like to see this team get back into the winning ways, but I think we got a little ways to go. So, that's a Rapid Sports Big D.
Best thing that could happen to your team would be for him to turn over all duties to anybody and just get out.
I think the game passed him by about 28 years ago. I think he's
the biggest obstacle to your team doing anything ever is him.
And I need to sit down with old Jerry one of these days.
Well, Jerry doesn't play the game, though. Come on, to be fair. Dak
Prescott, he puts the players on the field that are going to play the game.
Yeah, but
and he's made terrible decisions on all of those.
He's played the game. He's given too much money to Zeke Elliott. He's given too much money to some other players.
That would go into terrible decisions on the guys on the field.
But they're paid because supposedly they're the best. They're the cream of the crop.
Yeah, but a real GM, an owner, wouldn't have paid them. Is the point, that money, because they're not the best,
right?
And you have to know that.
You got to know when to hold up. You got to know when to fold up, right, Big D?
Fold them up. Let's go to the strip club, Slick.
All right, as always, we salute our military, active and active, police, firefighters, first responders, EMTs, everybody on the front lines. Thanks to David Zier, Slick Rick Delgado, Aaron Frank. Great job as always. But most of all, thank you, the live from Studio 6B audience. Have a great night, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow night, 8 p.m. live right here from Studio 6B.